Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we're going to do a tier list of COD. All the main games, not like the side games or anything like that. Um, and for the most part, I played and beaten most of these, played the multiplayer or, zombies and all the good stuff here and there. I should have a pretty good basis on how to rank these games. I feel there's only two of them on here that I see on this list that I wouldn't confidently be able to rank. So I'll let you know what those are when we get to them. Um, the Modern Warfare 2, the new one, 2022. It's not on this tier maker list that I have right here for y'all, but I'll still rank it at the end. I'll tell you my general area for it, but there won't be a picture for that. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all. Alrighty, so with the tier list, here we go. Let's see what kind of goodies we got in for y'all today. Okay, so like I said, no Modern Warfare 2022. This is where it would be. I'm gonna let you know the games that I haven't played right now. So this is Call of Duty Mobile. I played it once. I would have to go back and play that again. I don't know anything about Call of Duty Mobile. I know there's people that enjoy it. I know it's got a pretty active scene. People love it. People hate it. It's a mobile game. Your mileage will highly vary on if you like mobile games or not, for sure, because they're definitely a niche. The only other one I haven't played actually has been Infinite Warfare. I played a little bit of zombies, like very, very little to test, like troubleshoot my cousin's PlayStation 4 with the game. Um, and that was like for like maybe a round or whatever. I barely played it. It's one of my biggest regrets in terms of never experiencing it because I actually heard it wasn't that bad, and people were just crying or whatever. And I'd probably like it a lot back in the day. Now I think about it, but I mean, there's so many games back then. There's the only two that I see on this list that I can confidently say I've never played or experienced to the fullest degree I could be like to rank it. If I had to guess, Infinite Warfare, from what I've heard, is probably B tier. It's probably like in the B tier. Mobile is probably like in one of these categories. But anyways, those are the only ones. If we're gonna start with Call of Duty, the first Call of Duty. I believe this is the right image. Um, when it comes to Call of Duty, this is kind of where this is where it started. There's nothing offensive, nothing broken about it, other than it's an older game. Um, they did remake it for some of the next gen consoles. You could play it on PC, so it might be fun to go back and play it. It's been a long, long time. I would even say argue it's almost in the never played because it's been such a long time for me. But however, however, I can confidently say these starting games right here, all three of them, are kind of on the same level. They're World War II games, same color scheme, general atmosphere. If I had to say which one is probably most people's favorite, it's probably going to go like this order, right? Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 1. Well, actually, probably maybe like this, if I had to guess. I need to replay Call of Duty 3. It's been a long, long time since I played it. I played on the PS3. But I'd probably say it's a little more modern than the first game. But to be honest, these are the roots. These are the standard for a Call of Duty campaign. Anything that has regress lower than these games is dog water in terms of a COD. Um, they're safe. They're safe classic games. The multiplayers, I think multiplayers in three might be still active to this day. Maybe some of the other ones. I think Call of Duty 2 on Xbox has a thriving community. Matter of fact, that's probably why I'd say people have a lot of nostalgia for this because it was a Xbox 360 launch title. Um, these are a little more niche, right? These might be a little more niche. I think the reason is, if I'm not mistaken, Call of Duty 3 never came out on Xbox. I think it was a PS3 exclusive for consoles. I might be stupid. I might be misinterpreting that, but I know I have it for my PS3, and that's probably gonna kill a lot of this game for a lot of people. But I don't know. I think from my memory, it was pretty fun. I had a great time. But obviously, I mean, the elephant in the room, what killed these games, the World War II CODs, was the fourth game, and we'll talk about that in a second. But um, G Phil break. Okay, Call of Duty Classic, so old, it's hard to say it's better than these two. So that's why I put this one right here. Call of Duty 2 has been played by more people uh, through the 360, and I think a lot more people in nostalgia. That's kind of my thought. I think the campaign was slightly better than threes in terms of like being memorable, because this one had like D-Day's launch. I wish this one had it, but it wasn't mainstream. My favorite Call of Duty was actually, for the classic CODs, was Call of Duty 2, the big red one. So that's probably why I probably think Call of Duty 2 should be there. I need to replay all three of these games. I think it's pretty important to go back and play them, um, to experience where we've come from. But these are just so similar to Medal of Honor that I think they need to be a little lower, because they're not bad. They're just old, and that's it. Happens to the best of us, you know. Anyways, so what killed these three? What killed World War II for such a long, long time? And I mean, for a while. Uh, in World War II in the European front is what I mean, because we did have another World War II, which is, we'll get to there, but I'll tell you what killed them. So what killed World War II? Call of Duty 4. I'm not gonna place it because I want to talk about it a little bit, um, because it's such a mammoth. So I'm gonna actually rank the remaster as well. So we're gonna put both of them. So Call of Duty 4. Well, oh my God, what can I say? I wasn't there for launch, so I don't have that launch hype, nostalgia like everyone else. But I did play this extensively after what was my first kind of like COD experience. Like, my first ever COD was Call of Duty 2, the big red one, but my modern COD, kind of like what popped my cherry, was World at War. Um, but I went back because I never owned it. It's confusing. It's confusing. So what happened was, I got Call of Duty World at War for the Wii. So I never experienced modern Call of Duty the standard way, which there's nothing wrong with the Wii version. I really enjoy the Wii version of World at War, but I got a PS3 much later. When I did get a PS3 though, I never had World at War for a long time. So what was the game that came with my PS3 naturally from my uncle was Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty 3. I actually got both of these games when I first got my PS3. I beat 3 because I went in order, and then I went to 4. And that was my first time playing 4, was on the PS3 version. And very, very late. Very, very late. So late, matter of fact, I think MW2 was already out. So it gets crazy. Anyways, enough sidetracking. What did I think? Woo, man. Um, Obviously, I'm gonna say this: the campaign. Don't go back and play Call of Duty 4 on older consoles if you don't want to. It's not the standard way to play. I think the remaster is very, very well done in terms of like just graphics, right? If you just want a modern, uh, just a modern telling of the great classic, that's the best way to experience. Multiplayer is also very, very live on the newer one, but it's a little tweaked. It's not the same. So if you want a classic multiplayer, that's probably the one you want to go. If you want a better single player and experience it how your brain remembered it when it was a kid, but see it updated visually, um, for real, I'd play the remaster. It's very cheap. You could get for $20. It was a little shit show. Call of Duty 4 is the standard for COD, in my opinion. If you go to these newer CODs and you say, well, what do we need in a game? This is probably why. Kill streaks were introduced in this game very, very early. You only had three. You had the UAV, artillery strike, and attack chopper. Which those three are in most CODs for most moderns, if I'm not mistaken. Not all, if not all moderns, since. Um, so you had three kill streaks. You had a pretty decent selection of weapons. Obviously, at that time, 2008, modern weapons that we had never had. So some cool ones, like a lot of people love the AKs, the M16s, the M4, et cetera, et cetera. Very, very arcadey, very slow, very noob tubey. There's the early stages of that, before they really got crazy in the sequel. Um, you had grenade launchers, under barrels. The multiplayer was very, very well received at this time. It's really what made COD uh, blow up so much, was after beating the phenomenal campaign, it had phenomenal multiplayer with great maps, iconic maps. Some of them that we haven't seen in a long time, such as like Bog and what's another one that what's that? We've seen a couple like Shipment, Crash. We haven't seen like the Wet Work map in a long time. So, God, man, this game is such a big one. The obviously Wet Work, the beginning mission, uh the iconic, switching weapons is faster than reloading. Um, beating Gaz at his training in the firing range. Just really cool stuff, man. Captain Price coming, making a return from COD 2. Hadn't seen him for two CODs almost. Really good. Really, really well received. Also, some cool twists with um, this kind of just modern ops with the sniper mission, where you're sneaking past everyone and in a ghillie suit, or sniping the Russian general and shooting his arm off, watching these tapes from some of these terrorists and the invasion in the Middle East as the U.S. Troops, and switching, and then all boiling down to that badass chase scene and at the end of the game. So there's really a lot to MW4, man. Um, Such a phenomenal title, such a great title. So much missions, night vision. I think my favorite stuff was definitely like the being the United States just foot soldiers. Those were really cool. I thought that something was really, really, really dope. Um, COD 4, man. Where do you put it? Where do you put it? I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put it like this: B tier. And hear me out before you say this. There's a reason. I think the remaster is A tier. This is how I kind of think. I think A tier because this is the most modern representation of the title. Um, some people are gonna be like, well, the multiplayer was kind of messed with, and yada yada yada. Who cares? At least you can play the multiplayer in updated graphics. Little more stuff to grind. I played it recently. Very, very true to itself. Other than they added melee weapons and a couple things here and there, but I think it adds some new grind factors to the game, new camos, things like that. I think it's pretty safe. It was a pretty good port of the game. Loot boxes was probably the most egregious thing. A little annoying, but you don't have to buy them. You're not forced to buy them in any means. I don't think it takes away from the quality of the game and what the people at Infinity Ward and their remaster. I think it was even Infinity Ward was I don't remember what the other, that new studio is, or not newer studio, one of their side studios that do the remakes. But I think they did a pretty good job. You know, uh, COD 4 is iconic, so for so many reasons. Um, I have to dedicate so much time to it. I'm not going to dedicate as much time to the other ones because this is the reason COD is what it is. Is this game right here? These were the foundation, but this decided fuck that. We didn't need the foundation. Let's put a new one. That's the best way to put this game. This is a better version of this game. I'm gonna say it. If you want to play the iconic original in its truest form, then play this one. But the remaster, great job. Get it cheap. Play on a modern console, modern frame rates, better hardware. Do it that way. I think you can get on PC too. It used to be tied in with this one, but now it's not. So okay. Again, this is my tier list. This next pick is my personal fave. It's what got me into Call of Duty. Um, Call of Duty World at War. Call of Duty World at War. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I love this game. I love this game. Love it, love it. I've beaten it so many times. Stalingrad. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. The end mission where Richtofen and Dimitri uh, are doing the flag and they plan it. And if you know, you know. The so many blood, so much blood, gore. The multiplayer was just a reskin of what already worked. It was honestly a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. With the multiplayer, you just get a World War II setting of this game. That's all it is. That's all World at War's multiplayer was. You had 3 kill streaks, um, but they were a little different for the era. Instead of attack chopper, it was dogs, and some people liked the dogs. Dogs were fucking kind of went ham. You still had the recon plane. You had you still had the artillery recon plane, but the dogs was the only thing changed because there's no attack helicopter in World War II. So they did a really good job with that. The maps, some iconic ones that you see in Vanguard, um, such as Castle, a big favorite. Um, man, there's quite a bit of underrated. There's one like the one that's like Verrucht. Uh, the one's like Verrucht, but it was a multiplayer map as well. That was a really good one that I kind of wish they brought back. Um, so the multiplayer was pretty good, man. You had everything. I think you could even get weapons gold. I might be wrong about that. I think it's pretty much all there. You had your camos, you had the guns, you had the same kind of game modes. Um, but I played my first multiplayer COD was this game on the Wii. I played the multiplayer on Wii, and I did pretty good. I prestige on it. That's where I prestige my first time was this game. Um, Nah, it's a little the problem with this one. All right. Problem with this one ranking it because the campaign I think on par, if not better for most people. It depends on the tonality. Do you like the setting? Do you like the tone, the darker tones, the grittiness, the blood? This is the darkest COD I think we've ever seen, campaign wise. Darkest COD we ever seen. I mean, even you can even argue somewhat in the multiplayer because it was the first COD you could see people's like legs, like they would be like, and their legs fucking torn off after you like shotgun them with the double barrel. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. However, if you don't like the World War II setting, the maps might not hit as hard for you. It just might not. Um, They also had, compare the Wii didn't have this, but there was vehicle maps, so you could there was some maps that had tanks and stuff like that. That was really cool. Uh, so it was the first COD multiplayer was to have that vehicle gameplay. Um, the first COD to add zombies, Nazi zombies. They were Nazi zombies in this game, and it sucks because this is the last time I think Black Ops they were Nazi zombies as well, but they didn't call it Nazi zombies. They just called it Call of Duty Zombies. So this was the last COD that had Nazi zombies, and you were killing Nazis, literally killing Nazis in this title. It was really god tier, in that sense. Great characters. World War II for a COD that had never seen certain fronts. You never saw the Russian front, in Moscow all the way to, from Stalingrad all the way to Berlin, or the Pacific Front, and a really really great detail. Great endings to both of those fronts too. Really really great endings. Um, Campaign co-op. This is the first COD that had campaign co-op from my memory that you could play cooperatively, and a lot of people don't remember that. Yeah, there was a lot to this game. There's a lot, very much. I loved it, loved it, love it, love it. Where would I put it now? Okay, where would I put it now? So I love it. I would put it up here. This. It's my favorite COD. It's my favorite COD. But right, I'm gonna do this. Bop. If we had a remaster of this game, it would be in front of here on A tier. But we don't have a remaster. There's no way to do it other than PC at the moment. So, in terms of my opinion, there was more meat to this World War II game than COD 4. There's advancements in the single player department like no other. The dark storytelling, and this is the best World War II COD without a doubt. Weapon choices, zombies, Nazi fucking zombies, mate. You had the four classics. You had Nocturne Verrückt, Shino Numa, and Derice. Derice. That's all I have to say. I mean, some people call it Derise or whatever you want to call it, right? The radios, the lore, the YouTube videos, the nostalgia, man. It's all there. Watching all the Pack a Punch videos and hearing those certain sounds that just give you flashbacks. The classic zombies music that from the teddy bears. It's all there. The Wonder Waffle, Richtofen, the whole gang, the old gang. So, I love zombies. I love this campaign. I love the multiplayer. I loved all of it. So for me, I think it was always better than COD 4. It was in a lot of ways more more to it. But if you don't like the World War II setting, you're gonna probably flip it. It's probably gonna be flipped. It's probably gonna be like this. But for me, more like this. Okay. It's gonna be a long video, by the way, if you didn't know. Okay, so Linux, great. What do we do? What do we do here, right? So I'm gonna flip this on this head. So COD. So after World at War, they were like, let's make a banger of a game for no fucking reason. Let's let's just turn the notches up to 12. This is Call of Duty in its prime, where advancements were every year in the genre, in the gaming space, where it was competing with no one but itself before Battlefield was even a thing for consoles. Um, this is the GOAT. This is to a lot of people the best COD to still. Um, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This is just a sequel to whatever was already great. This just turns the notches up to 12, like I said. These games in their own right were S tier, but this one is on a whole nother landscape, man. It gets really, 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 really hard to compare. So, first of all, if you're gonna play the campaign, play the new Modern Rendition. It's the same thing as this one. except there's no multiplayer on this one. It's kind of weird. Little bonk, but it's cheaper. So it's give or take $20. Sometimes on sale. I think I've seen it $15, maybe a little lower to 10. Um, you get to play the classic. Platinum it twice, if you wanted to. 100% if you want to twice. This is the best way to play it. This is the best way to play the campaign. You still have to play the multiplayer this way though. But there's rumors, maybe these are accurate, but if it is true, I would love to play the possible port of the multiplayer to this as an add-on. I would love that. I would pay for it. Okay. Where do we put this? Campaign wise, we're going to have to put it like this. Like this. B tier. Why is this B tier? It's only the campaign. That's it. God tier campaign though. God tier campaign. The ending. This God tier campaign. This, however, will either. It depends. It depends. Depends on your day. Just kidding. It's S tier. It's Modern Warfare 2. It's Modern Warfare 2. It's this game, but with the 2. And it's better. 2 times the fun. Great campaign. Introduces Makarov. Great villain. Great twists. Death. Fantastic scenes. The museum after you beat the game and everyone's alive. Survival. The multiplayer noob tubing, classic clips. It's all there, man. All there and still playable to this day, which is great. Thank you, Call of Duty, for keeping the servers up for every COD. That's awesome. Hmm. Yes. This will flip. This will go right here if this got the multiplayer and survival mode. If this was a full-fledged game, it'd be like this. Because this would be the best way to play it. But it's not. So, unfortunately, it's going to be like this because these are complete packages. This is just a single player, even though it's better single player for a lot of people than this. I think this is a great way to put it. I think this still outclasses all of these in so many ways, even without the multiplayer. Okay, I don't have to talk much about it. You probably it's Modern Warfare 2. Nukes, kill streaks were like I said. These two games had 3 fucking kill streaks. This added like 14. It had like 14 fucking different kill streaks. It was kind of crazy. Scary how the jump was just astronomical. Hard to beat it. I say hard to beat it, but man, this was we're in the golden age of COD. Little did we know. Modern Warfare 2 was god tier. What came out next? Black Ops. I said Black L. Black Ops. Like, how lucky were we? I actually have never owned a copy of this, uh, the original game, and I would love to. I played on Xbox 360, at a bunch of friends. I played a lot, LAN parties, things like that. Cross play, split screen, multiplayer, a lot of fun. Amazing games, great maps. Noob tubing was there, so the multiplayer it was got tier for a lot of people. Um, I don't. I could just go. I could go. I could have a 12-hour video about this. I mean, there's other YouTubers that do. So just know there's a reason why it's S tier. Next game came out was another banger, but underrated banger at the time. No one really paid attention because there wasn't a big fat 3 coming after this bad boy. Black Ops. If you're a fan of World at War, this game this game did the same thing MW2 did with Call of Duty 4. Cranked cranked it up to 12. changed the setting to something more digestible for a modern audience. Uh, the Cold War, and man, oh man, you go through a lot. Vietnam, uh, the '80s, a little bit, here and there, '70s. A lot of fun, a lot of cool moments, twists, double agents, things of that nature. Um, Zombies, multiplayer, kind of. You can actually kind of say this is did the same thing multiplayer wise as MW2, more kill streaks, um, more guns, camos are there still, but it's all there. But they had their own little twist, like gun game, the party modes. This is the first COD that had party modes, and they were god tier, man. I loved them. I played a lot of Sticks and Stones, played a lot of One of the Chamber, played a lot of gun game. I love gun game on this game, bro. I love it so much. Best zombies maps for a lot of people, like just solid roster. The only one you could say was kind of a bad DLC map was Shangri-La, but I like the theme of Shangri-La so much that even though it's my least favorite map, or one of my least favorite maps, may not even the least favorite map, just one of the least, because it's so hard. Not because it's bad, it's just so hard. Um, Black Ops, man. S tier. Black Ops 1's gotta be S tier, bro. I'm sorry. It's S tier. S tier. The campaign. I can't spoil it to you, but some great characters. Woods. Um Woods, Mason, the numbers, Reznov. Phenomenal. For me, this is a great continuation of the characters from World at War. You see what the aftermath of World War II, in a really good sense, what happens to Dmitri, why Reznov does what he does. Um, you see what the communists really do to their heroes of World War II, the ones that went through all that grind. It's really crazy. It's really awesome. A lot of quotable things in both these two titles. So it's personal preference. I like it this way. This is my favorite. This is the way I would rate it. Zombies. This is the only thing that beats this COD right here for me is that the fact that this has god tier zombies all the way. God tier zombies. Um, an updated god tier of zombies. I mean, you got Kino, bro. Kino is one of the most played zombies map to this day. That's all I have to say. That's all I gotta say. My favorite COD is either Black Ops or World at War, depending on the day. It's always been that way. So that's where I would rate it. Above Modern Warfare 2 just because of the zombies. Because they're complete packages. Zombies is just my favorite, man. It's my go-to. The mode I loved. Played a fuck ton. Dead Ops. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? Who the fuck would pick Modern Warfare 2 over Black Ops? You got something wrong with you. If you do. Okay. Okay. Let's speed dump a little bit. MW3? Where do I think MW3 is? I say like right there. That's a great ranking. MW3, I've beaten it. It's my favorite out of the original Modern Warfare games. It's my favorite multiplayer actually. I played a lot of multiplayer in MW3. Um, Campaign is really decent for most people. Some people didn't like it though. Is it better than this one? Debatable. Is it a really good ending to the storyline of modern? Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. It's not S tier or anything, but the multiplayer is for a lot of people. I think that the multiplayer is really good and still played very much. I love the multiplayer on this one, man. I really do. Oh, it's hard. It's hard because I don't think it's S tier uh, because the campaign slows it down. Survival mode was way better than Modern Warfare 2's. They because they did a little bit more with it. I think the survival mode is really really good on this, almost to the level of being compared to zombies, but not quite there. Um, Definitely the best survival. I think what really does it is maybe the maps. I don't know. It depends. It depends because they did a lot of cool, interesting stuff with COD in general during the during MW3 that I think kind of makes me want to put it in S tier. But again, not everything can be God. You know what I'm saying? You can only have so many people ruling above the others. So I think this is a very, very good sweet spot for the game. So much more to it than the original first title, but almost almost doesn't make the cut because of certain choices. Um, and there's some really cool. I think did they have, I think this is where they added the Juggernaut kill streak too. That was really dope. Um, I love the submarine missions, the underwater missions. It's really hard. If I replayed this, if they made a dude, okay, I'm gonna say this: a remaster like this would probably be up here. I think a remaster of this would be up here. That's what I'm gonna say. If okay, that's what I'll say. If they ever remaster the game, S tier. For right now, just because it's a little outdated, MW2's nostalgia feel, we're gonna put MW3 right there. I think that's a great spot. I don't think there's anything in the rest of the down here that's gonna overtake this. I like where we're at. We'll probably have another one here in A tier, but MW3, man. I think I'd probably put MW3 in front of MW2 if there was a remaster of it. If they do a full, oh, that would be kind of god tier. I'm not gonna lie. So many the DLCs were kind of popping on this one, man. The after, so I didn't get to I never owned them, so I can only play the DLCs like at a friend's house every now and then, and they never owned all of them. So like I don't know, man. This God has gotta be underrated for a lot of people. Like I remember, like they even had some from NW2, like the airport. That map was Terminal, right? I think that's what it's called. Hmm. Man, man, oh man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man. A remaster would be S tier. It'd be up here. But anyways, I think that's a great spot. Black Ops 2. It's Black Ops fucking 2, man. What the fuck? Oh man, this game when it launched was shit on so hard, but I was the knight. I was abiding by the rule of COD in this time, and I stated Black Ops 2 will be a god tier game in time. And it is. It is really, really great maps in Black Ops 2 for multiplayer. Great campaign all around. With choices and things we haven't seen in COD. Just Treyarch's really good at adding things that hasn't been in COD and evolving the medium. Um, as a whole, I think they did a great job here too. Black Ops 1 is better than Black Ops 2 because of era. That's the only reason. That's the only reason for me. Only reason for me. Black Ops 2 for a lot of people is better than Black Ops 1. And I'll tell you this. On God, better than oh it should. But better than MW2. It's got zombies again. It's got a great campaign. Replayability out the ass. Choices that matter in this COD single player. Um why is this not a multiplayer is some of the best search you'll ever play, best DLC maps you'll ever play, gunplay is just rock solid. Perk choices rock solid. Slum. I mean, you just both these CODs, you see their maps coming back and back and back. All of these CODs right here, matter of fact, for a reason. They worked really, really well. Great designers, great campaigns, great mechanics, fun, innovative choices. The only thing is, the zombies kind of sucked in the beginning with Transit. It was kind of a stinker, late hitter. I think people like Transit a lot more now because you can go back and appreciate things. I like Transit a lot. I remember grinding and getting to like round 53, just talking to one of my friends. It was some chick on Xbox. We would just talk, and I would always go ham on Transit because I didn't have any. I only had Nuketown because I bought the Ultimate Edition of this, the digital hardened edition. Black Ops 2 is Black Ops 2. Oh, you know what? That's what I forgot to mention. Black Ops 1, the zombies is better than this one because you even get to play the World at War. You get to play all the World at War ones on Black Ops 1. I always forget about that. You can do that. Okay, zombies is god tier on this, except for Die Rise. Oh my god, if you say Die Rise was a good COD map, I mean zombies map, you got something wrong with you, kid. But Mob of the Dead Origins and I think Newtown's a lot of fun too. Those were really hard. Oh, Buried's pretty good too. I love Buried. I love the zombies on it in general. But Black Ops 1 is just the zombies are just there's only one not so widely renowned map on Black Ops 1 zombies. You have all the classics. The only one that doesn't hit for some people is Shangri-La. And I guess if you don't like, you might not like Moon. But I still think those maps are objectively better than Black Ops 2's in some ways. But, it's personal preference. Some people might be like, nah, I'd be like this. But for me, it's like this. Um, I really like where these two are. I think they're equals in their own right. I think the multiplayer is god tier in both of them. Sniping's way better in this. You have slums, you have hijack, you have. I don't know. It's hard. You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. But in the end of the day, I just really, I don't know. I just fuck with it like this. I like this spot. Very sweet. Very god tier. Very fun games. Recommend everyone play these three titles. No cap. And to be honest, those are the last S tiers. Those are the only ones I'm gonna put S tier. Out of all of these, I'm already looking at them. Not a single game comes close. Put my next. Let me adjust. Okay. Anyways, enough talking about Black Ops. Call of Duty Ghost. Call of Duty Ghost. Boom. Simple. Call of Duty Ghost is not ass. Anyone that says Call of Duty Ghost is ass might have something wrong with them again. Call of Duty Ghost is not ass. Extinction was fun. Multiplayer was pretty fun for me. I played a lot of multiplayer. Most people are gonna probably either put it kind of like this. I'd say that's pretty fair. Uh, you know what? Let's do this. That's probably better. Instead of C tier, we'll have D tier. Just be like, not bad. It's not F tier, right? There's no F tier on this. There's no COD. I think that's really like dog water per se. I think this is really safe. I think it should be like this. I fixed it. You're probably like telling me that's not where they should be. Well, you're right. I fucked up. I forgot about Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts goes right there for me. I loved it. I like my time. I like Call of Duty Ghosts a lot. I think it's underrated. I think a lot of people like it now. Extinction was unique, not a zombies clone like some of these other ones. campaign was very good. Still waiting on a sequel. If they announced a sequel, oh man, that'd be kind of hype. But they're not. But they're not. Sales were really bad here. Um, not really like you had like Snoop Dogg. You had the Snoop Dogg voice pack. There, this is where they started experimenting with cosmetics and gun camos and trying to monetize the COD. So you can, if you want to blame something, blame this one. But this is the last of classic golden age COD. That engine that was very popular. Um, this is where it died. That Modern Warfare engine. This is where it died. Was that Ghost? It was starting to show its edges though. However, but man, oh man, did it good. It took us for a good ride, and I think Ghost wasn't a bad way to end it at all. I think people just were pissed that Ghost from Modern Warfare wasn't in this. Nah, I'm just fucking. I don't know. It's weird. I think people were just getting sick of COD because we had it year to year, and this was just an easy way to. This was just the one that came out. If you replace this with MW4, I think it would be the same way. I don't think it would be as hyped. People would probably be bitching about how they ended MW3 so god tier and why would they ever bring it back. I think they did a really good job on Ghost. I love Ghost, but you're comparing it to God. You know what I'm saying? Advanced Warfare, I don't like the multiplayer. I don't like Exo Movement. This is where Exo Movement was introduced. I think it's really good. The campaign was fun. Zombies is pretty fun, but you have to pay for it. It has survival. This is the only one with zombies and survival. But so stuff really won't hit for some people. And the microtransactions were super bad, super bad. Made the multiplayer unplayable for a lot of people, and it was like pick 14 or some shit like that, and you can even use some of your pick 14 points for the kill streaks and upgrade them and make them crazy and stuff like that. Some cool ideas. I think it wasn't bad in retrospect. I think it's a fun one to go back to, but again, nowhere near these levels. I think Ghost is just slightly better for me. And you might even argue that this has a god tier campaign compared to Ghost and switch it. Hmm. I have to think. I'm thinking about that one. I think you could. There's a debate to flipping it in my head, because I'm thinking like I'm rating this a little bit of bias, but not too much bias. So I'm gonna flip it. I think it should go like this. I think Advanced Warfare did have a little bit of better campaign. More people can play this more. No, actually, they're both on PS4. But this one has zombies, and there's Exo Zombies. Exo Zombies was fun. I did like Exo Zombies. I want to keep it like that. I think it's pretty safe right there. Yeah. So Advanced Warfare added Exo, kind of not a bad direction. We needed a fresh take. It was kind of needed. Cool ass. Press F, pay respects. COD was dying. This is where officially where COD goes downhill. Not because it's a bad game, just because the lack of innovation and the employees they were hiring weren't COD fans or anything like that. It just became cash grabs from here. From here onward, Black Ops 3 campaign was I've never been the campaign because I got bored of it. If I don't say something, I don't know what else will. Dead Ops Arcade 2 is back though. I mean, Dead Ops Arcade's back, so this is a really good Dead Ops Arcade. Only beaten by Cold Wars when they did the third one. So Dead Ops Arcade 2 was back. Uh, Black Ops 3 is my favorite zombies in the entire COD series because you can play Chronicles and a lot of the older maps, fan favorites. My favorite zombies. I liked the gumballs weren't like the best. They're kind of broken. It became a little bit pay to win, but not many people are paying. And you could grind. You could argue it was a grind, like like something to grind for people. Uh, they had separate camos for zombies fans. Multiplayer was pretty decent. You know, this is the best EXO multi. From what I've heard, this is the best EXO multiplayer. I loved the multiplayer in Black Ops 3. I thought it was very fun. I think the multiplayer is 10 times better than Advanced Warfare's, but Advanced Warfare's has a better campaign than Black Ops 3, so that's where it gets a little iffy for me. But then you also have the Zombies campaign. You also can argue. I've also heard the argument that Black Ops 3 campaign is God tier. First campaign to add realism, co-op campaign. So I'm gonna say this: it's co-op campaign. That's pretty fun. That's pretty hype. Cool ass calling cards. Calling cards. Microtransactions were a lot less egregious than Advanced Warfare in the multiplayer. Um, I think Black Ops 3 is just better than Advanced Warfare. I don't think it's a C tier. I think it's actually B tier. I'd argue I'd argue that Black Ops 3 is probably A tier. I think Black Ops 3 is the best EXO game. I really like Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was like I don't know, man. You can play it. I still play Black Ops 3. Like I know people that still play it. The maps are really good. It was fun. It's the flow is really god tier. The everything, man. I think Black Ops 3 was really good. DLC was awesome. Very, very good DLC. Matter of fact, probably some of my favorite in the entire COD franchise. Playable today. It's part of the PlayStation Plus free collection for everyone with zombies. Um, I mean, shit, dude. I think this is a great place to put Black Ops 3. You're gonna be like, well, World at War is your favorite, and blah blah blah. There's so much more to Black Ops 3 than World at War, and it's modern, it's more approachable. I think a lot of people love this game, and maybe aren't too open to saying it. You know, I love Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was a lot of fun, great time. You know, in my life too. You know, my youth, my very teenage years. Um, Watching zombie videos, hyped about the next DLC and what the storyline was gonna be. A lot of cool ideas. Very, very fun, man. Very, very fun. I wish they had a multiplayer like season DLC 7 or something. Be really cool. A free LC. Great weapons. Dingo, you know what I'm saying? Boss, the Dingo. Good weapon choices. Horizon Drag, the best zombies map ever, is on this. Oh man, you can even play Origins. So if you thought Origins was great, it's on here. Yeah, I think Black Ops is 3 is A tier. I think that's a pretty good spot to put it. Actually, I think it'd be like that. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna put it. I think MW3 just barely beats Black Ops 3 because of the campaign. You know, this has survival and all that. I think the campaign is not as good as MW3's. So there you go. I like that. I'm a big Black Ops fan though. The only one that's not gonna be up here is gonna be Black Ops 4 and Cold War. You know, so Treyarch did drop the ball, but so did all the CODs. Call of Duty World War II. Um, where would I put this? Campaign is really, really good, really decent, amazing cinematics. Multiplayer had a Destiny style hub that was so dope. Microtransactions were 10 times less egregious than they were in Advanced Warfare, made by the same developer. I think Sledgehammer brought boots to the ground. Pretty war. If you're kind of disjointed, like what the fuck? How do we go Black Ops 3 to this? I never played Infinite Warfare, so can't really rate it. Call of Duty World War II. Sledgehammer did a great job, bro. They did a great job bringing boots to the ground. Nothing offensive. The maps, there weren't enough maps though for the multiplayer, and it kind of made it suffer. I feel like if they came out with maps, uh, it would have done a lot better. However, I think Call of Duty World War II was had good kill streaks. The Destiny Hub was so dope. The single player was really, really good. Where would I put this? C tier, right there. Call of Duty World War II is really nothing special at the end of the day. Very fun COD, it's safe. C tier is safe. I think these are safe CODs. I don't think you're not knocking anyone's socks off, but you're having a good time. You like it. You don't hate this COD. And I think this is better than Advanced Warfare. I think Sledgehammer is very, very good at releasing safe games. Um, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay, that's all I gotta really say about World War II. It even has zombies, so that's why you gotta compare. So it really becomes: do you like advanced movement or do you like World War II games? This is the first World War II game since World at War. Is it better than World at War? No, not really. Not for me. I think World at War's campaign is just, yeah, it's on another level. I think this is a really good way to put it. I think they're not really comparable other than they're the same era. But I think World War II was definitely Sledgehammer doing a lot better than they did the previous title. They did upgrade. They did go up. They did innovate. They did double down at what they were good at, which was the campaign. They did do zombies again, but was it good? Some people like the zombies. I didn't like the enemy types in there, and I don't know. It's hit or miss for you. You might really like the zombies. You might really really like the zombies and like the grind for the crates and stuff like that. I think this is not a bad game. I think personally I like the World War II era in it, but sometimes I like the exo movement. So this depends. I think they're both good. I think the grind's way better in this though than this one. This fucking loot crates were ass on this. That's probably what single handedly kills Advanced Warfare for me. And TBH, I do think they're better than Ghosts in some aspects. I do think that. But anyways, all right. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, D tier. D tier, no campaign. Blackout is not gonna stand the test of time. Zombies is kind of mid for some people, but I like the actually I'm gonna say this. I like the zombies on this game. I like the zombies. I like it. I think if they didn't change the gumballs, I think it would have been probably on the same level with Black Ops 3 maybe because they released a lot of good maps. Multiplayer, hit or miss for some people. I like the multiplayer. I got Dark Matter on it. Probably had some good maps. They changed the way they did uh, microtransactions with the battle pass. I like this is the best rendition of the battle pass in my opinion. Oh, um, I had fun with Black Ops 4, but no campaign. Dog water. No campaign. That single handedly killed it. I think they could have done Blackout in the campaign. There's rumors that they had a fully fledged campaign, but they scrapped it. Sucks. It really, really sucks. I think this would have been probably like I don't know. It might be like B tier. It would probably be like right up here. Probably be or maybe like in between World at War and this. Somewhere right here in B tier if it had a campaign. Um yeah, it really would have. And if it was a God tier campaign, oh man, maybe A tier, right? However, what would have, should have, could have are a lot of different things, but this game didn't have a campaign, so it kills the momentum for a lot of people, me myself included. I like Blackout. I like the multiplayer. I like the zombies in this. Personally, I put it probably in the B tier for if it had a campaign. in my personal, I'll put it here, but I can't rate it anything higher without a campaign. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry. There's not much to say about it, unfortunately, because it doesn't have. We're in the dark age. Black Ops 4 was the start of the dark age of COD. The dark ages. We are in the dark ages of COD since this game. And not intentionally, because I mean, I like the game, but I can agree we're in the dark ages of COD. And what started the dark age wasn't this game. It was this game. Call of Duty. I hate Modern Warfare. I hate it. I hate this game. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Here. Like this. Black Ops 4 doesn't have a campaign, so I can't put it low. I would love to put Modern Warfare lower than that, but the campaign a lot of people like. But the multiplayer is just so bad. There's no zombies. You know what? Oh, fuck that. I'm putting it below Black Ops 4. This has zombies. This has an ass survival mode. The multiplayer, in my opinion, is funner in this than this, but it's personal preference with the multiplayer. This has Blackout. Warzone wasn't even part of the game. Warzone is its own separate thing, in my opinion. I don't know. A lot of people are gonna be like, no, it's like this. This is mine. This is y'all's. There you go. It's not an S tier COD in any shape or form. It's not near the level of these games right here. Even the Sledgehammer ones. I think Modern Warfare was a big ass miss. They tried to innovate the series and they butchered it in a lot of ways. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's innovative and all that," but I don't know. I don't think so. Really, I do think the new one's better than this one. I do think that. I don't know. Maps were really horrendous. It's just a kind of mid COD all around. Like really, really underwhelming. Um, but a lot of people say that about Cold War. So like a lot of people will be like this, right? But anyways, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. There's not much to say about these newer ones. Campaign was all right. That's it. Multiplayer was kind of just no, no. Camos were ass. They looked terrible. The survival mode was a joke. Gunsmith ruins COD, and not because it's not fun. I like the Gunsmith as a concept on paper, but in practice, it's been horrific for Call of Duty as a whole. They fucked with perks ever since. The L1R1 special abilities have been kind of annoying since Black Ops 3, to be honest. But they just did such a mediocre like attempt here. So no. Is it better than Cold War? Oh, I don't know. I like the era of Cold War. Personally, I like the era of Cold War. Like I like the campaign. It was a little more. It was a little rushed, unfortunately. Zombies. It has zombies, as you're gonna see. That's why I've always liked MW a little bit less than Black Ops games. It's just, I mean, this is a Treyarch version of this, and personally, I love zombies, and zombies is on this. And you know what? You know what? There's one, not even, not even like the multiplayer has actually got some really good maps. But is the multiplayer better? There's some multiplayer's not too bad. It's kind of fun to grind back, like right now. I think it's kind of fun to grind. So it depends. If it just depends, you might flip it, but I think this is just a better package than this in a lot of ways. I think this is a better package than this, but still in this lower echelon. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I might put it C tier. You know what? I might do that. That makes a lot more sense to me. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense to me. I think I'll do that. I might even put it behind World War II. No, maybe Advanced Warfare. Actually, I don't know. This is a hard one. Cold War is a hard one. I'm just gonna leave it there. It's really hard. These newer cards aren't that great. They're kind of just serviceable. So I'm gonna put Cold War there. Vanguard. Uh, I don't know. Vanguard. I mean, it's got a campaign. Beats Black Ops 4 in that regard. Has zombies, but this zombies serviceable. That's all it is. Nothing crazy. Kind of butchered it. However, I'm gonna do this. Boom. My personal preference. I think Vanguard's better than Modern Warfare, multiplayer wise. Has zombies, way more serviceable than their survival mode on this. Has a gunfight in a different way. Both of them have Warzone. Uh, you may or may not like one or the other. Who cares? I think this campaign was actually a lot of people like the Vanguard campaign. I'll say that the Vanguard campaign's pretty cool. Um, I like it. I like it like this. What ends up being like you end up just comparing serviceable titles with these the most recent CODs. But I think Cold War objectively the time period is what the time period in the zombies is the best one out of the three. One of them doesn't have it. The other one kind of tries. I think the campaign was a little bit lackluster in Cold Wars compared to Moderns. I think Moderns has the best campaign. I do think this one has the best campaign, but I think this has the worst multiplayer, and it doesn't have a zombies. That's what kills it. Like that's 2 out of 3 is dog. 2 out of 3 take it out of the game. You might as well just release the campaign for $20. In all honesty, I would have taken that. I would have taken this for $20 and then give me a full price for this. You know what I'm saying? I would have rather been grinding that. Where do I put MW2? MW2. Where do we put the newest Call of Duty? Where do we put it, boys? I'll tell you where we're gonna put it. I don't fucking know. I'll be honest. I think it's probably here. I think it's probably the on D. I think I like Cold War a little bit more. I think the multiplayer is really cool. Like the gunplay, just the gunplay. That's it. The maps are mid. The kill streaks are mid. The perks were butchered, just like how they butchered kill streaks and score streaks on this. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna put. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Modern Warfare 2 behind Cold War right here. It's in C tier. The end of C tier. That's where I'll put it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is right smack right here, boy. But anyways, this is my Call of Duty tier list. I think we got a really good one here. I like where we're at. Again, these three aren't really bad. They're just old, right? They're just a little older. They can't compare. You might be like, well, I think these games are better than some of these newer stuff that we've gotten. I disagree. There's a level of quality that is still here, that is very present, that is not here because they were just first. That's it. There's nothing. I'm not hating on them or anything because my favorite one's actually this one. My maybe favorite one's this one. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think these three games are, well, these four almost, but these three games that are here are the best COD has ever gotten, and they came out one after another. You know what I'm saying? Practically one after another. They're just spitting out straight God. God tier CODs. Oh, back in the day when you could be like, well, Treyarch's better than Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is better than Treyarch. I don't know why you would say that. You know what I'm saying? That was that time. When we were fighting each other. Now we're agreeing with each other that they're mid. It's just sad. It sucks. I like the new MW2, but it doesn't make it great or anything. I think it's here. It's average, serviceable. Warzone 2 is not even out yet. I haven't played their survival mode, so I don't know if that's better than. It's just this one, but better, and it beats Vanguard because of that. Because it's just just because of quality of the campaign. I like the MW2's campaign a little bit better than Vanguard's. No cap. Um, But anyways, yeah, that's my tier list. I mean, love it or hate it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Let me know what's your S tier COD. What's your favorite? Well, you know what? Let me know what's your favorite COD. What's your favorite COD? You think I did a good job in rating these games? Is there anything you would change? You know. Other than that, uh, I'll catch you guys on some streams. I'll be hitting you up some on videos. I'll be playing some MW2. Hopefully, it gets better within the next 2 years. It has. Maybe Modern Warfare 2 will be A or B tier eventually. Anything can happen with these live service games. Maybe it's just the launch, but for right now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's launch is right here, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Okay. Oh, thank you guys for watching. Have a beautiful day, man.